5 years after Visceral Games' closure spelled the end of Amy Hennig's first attempt at a Star Wars action game, codenamed Project Ragtag. I'm still sad about that one. The director, best known for her work on Uncharted, is trying again, this time at Skydance Media. I'm Brian Altano, and this is IGN Now. A brand new, richly cinematic action-adventure Star Wars video game is in the works from Amy Hennig and Skydance Media. Little is known about the new project, except that it will be a richly cinematic action-adventure game featuring an original story set in Star Wars galaxies. So, Hennig's new Star Wars game is her second project currently in development at Skydance. She's also working on a completely original game set in the Marvel Universe. Hennig first joined Skydance in 2019, where she started a new division based around, quote, story-focused experiences that will employ state-of-the-art computer graphics to provide the visual fidelity of television and film, but with an active lean-in experience that puts the audience in the driver's seat. I didn't make that up. That's their words. Hennig was previously employed at EA, where she was working on an unnamed Star Wars project known as Project Ragtag, never got an official title. The project was said to be in the style of the Uncharted series, but was delayed and finally canceled as EA shuttered Visceral Games and sought to move the project in a different direction. I apologize for opening that wound again for you, because if you're like me, that still hurts. Reports from Kotaku painted a picture of an ambitious title that was nevertheless at odds with EA's direction at the time. EA would later release a single-player Star Wars game of its own in Jedi Fallen Order, meaning that they got their together and put out a story-driven Star Wars game instead of whatever they were trying to do at the time when they closed down Visceral. For those keeping score at home, Hennig's project joins a raft of 8 Star Wars titles currently in development from developers including EA, Ubisoft, Quantic Dream, Respawn, and more. Okay, so there's Amy Hennig's Skydance game, we just covered that one. The sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is happening over at Respawn. Respawn is also making a Star Wars first-person shooter. Quantic Dreams is working on Star Wars Eclipse. Ubisoft is making an open-world Star Wars game. There's the Knights of the Old Republic remake happening over at Aspyr Media. There's Star Wars Hunters, a free-to-play team-based multiplayer game for Nintendo Switch and mobile being developed by Zynga. And then there's Respawn and Bit Reactor's Star Wars strategy game being worked on by former XCOM devs. That's a lot. Okay, not to mention we just got LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga 2, so suffice to say, Star Wars fans are doing pretty well right now. I'm happy. Now, that's assuming these games actually get released and don't get canceled, which happens way too often in Star Wars video game land. I am still really sad over the death of Star Wars 1313, the bounty hunter-driven action game that also had Uncharted-style gameplay set in the seedy underbelly of Coruscant. Amy, you could, maybe put a couple of Coruscant levels in your new game. Let me go back to 1313. That could be fun. Anyway, Hennig's game does not have a release date yet. None of these games do. But here's hoping that we get some news this summer, even though we don't have an E3. We've got, Summer of Gaming, Gaming Summer Town, whatever, all the new nonsense everyone's coming up with. It's all happening this summer, so maybe we'll get some release dates. Until then, let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for these Star Wars games? Are you excited for Amy Hennig's new game? Are you holding out for Yoda Stories 2 HD remake? Because I am. I'm really excited. That's not a real game, but it should be. Let me know in the comments below. And for all things video games and Star Wars, you're already in the right place. IGN, and may the Force be with you.